I am your host, James Yoder. Michigan is ranked number 2, facing TCU in the college football playoff. So we have got 27 days as we're filming this live on Sunday afternoon until this game, folks. So make sure you are subscribed. If you're watching this later in the week, we're going to put it out on the channel on Tuesday, Wednesday, potentially. Make sure you are subscribed. Michigan Football Report, daily Michigan football content, 7 days a week, and is 100% free. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, youtube.com/Michigan TV. Send the link to a friend. Let's dive into today's questions with producer Jack. Go Blue 81 says, is this the best 2-year span in Michigan history? I mean, look, in the modern era, like you can go back to, I may be missing a year or two here, but it's either 70, I could pull it up here, but I'm not going to. It's either like 70, 71, 72, or 71, 72, 73. There's a 3-year span there, 2-year span there, where Michigan went in that 3-year span. 1 loss, 1 tie, and I think it was 2 losses, 1 tie, whoever it was. But they lost to Ohio State both times and tied, and they didn't make a bowl game, okay? So that is maybe the standard bearer, and Bo's like 3rd, 4th year, 3rd, 5th year, but let's just say the modern era. Let's just say 1980, 1990 even till now. This is absolutely the best 2-year stretch in Michigan football history. Now, you might think back to 2003. Well, you lost 2 games that year, right? In 2003, you lost to Oregon, you lost to Iowa, and then in 2004, you lost to Ohio State. So think about the last 2 years. College football playoff, cool. Never happened in college in program history, so obviously it wasn't available prior to 8 years ago. Beating Ohio State. You're breaking a 22-year game losing, or 22-year non-winning streak, let's just call it, in Columbus by beating them last Saturday. And then you are beating Ohio State after 8 straight losses from 2011 to 2021 with a 2020 non-playing year. So I think yes. Now, you're going to go back there. You could say 1904, 1905. Michigan, Jack, you might know this, won 5 national championships, 1901 to 1905. Is that a better stretch? Obviously, but I don't think you can compare that to the modern day. So I'm going to say absolutely yes. If you guys want to go down in the comments, we don't have this prepared as a graphic, but comment yes or no. Is this the best 2-year span in Michigan football history? Comment yes, comment no, live chat, or down below if you're watching this later on in the week. Joel Smith says, besides Corum, who do you think won't play? I feel mostly all the stars will play. I mean, look, if there's not an injury that happened yesterday that we don't know about, then of course all the stars will play. Luke Screwmaker surprised me. He played yesterday. Junior Colson got hurt. Colson Loveland got hurt at some point in the game, and there was some concern that they were going to be out for the rest of the game, but both guys returned. Diamond Edwards' hand, right? What a performance from Diamond Edwards, Jack. Almost 400 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns in the last 2 games against Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game with a cast this big, right? I'm talking about 2 this size. It's an all-time performance for Diamond Edwards, so I expect him to play. So Blake Corum won't. I wish J.J. McCarthy would protect himself a little bit more. If you've got his stats up there, Jack, feel free to toss up Diamond Edwards' stats, because the performance that Diamond Edwards has done in a backup role, I mean, just look at these stats, folks. In the last 5 games where he has had 10 touches or more, he has had 160 yards or more in 4 of those 5 games. It's absolutely incredible, folks. 25 carries last night, 185 after coming off a 200-plus yard performance and 2 touchdowns the week prior against Ohio State, folks. As Michigan will face TCU in the college football playoff semifinal, 4 o'clock Eastern on New Year's Eve. Give me a score prediction down in the comments or here on the YouTube live chat. Off the cuff, Jack. I need something from you. Got to channel your inner energy here. I'm going to go off the cuff. I'm going to say very similar to what we did yesterday, although a little closer. The spread, as soon as we have the official point spread, we will tell you about. So, Jack, check that here in a few moments. I'm going to guess Michigan 35, TCU 21 will be my score prediction. Although Michigan's red zone defense, which we'll go over in the preview, has been absurd, guys. It has been absolutely ridiculous. Think about this last night. The Purdue quarterback had 366 yards passing, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The only touchdown they scored was when they got inside the 5-yard line, got inside the 1-yard line, and able to slam it in. If Michigan keeps people outside the 5-yard line, teams are just not scoring. It is as absolutely as simple as that. So maybe I'm crazy saying, I'm going to revise I'm talking myself into it. 35 for Michigan, TCU's going to get 5 field goals, 5 field goals, 2 touchdowns. So, now 1 touchdown. I may say as last night almost. I'm going to say Michigan 35 and TCU 22. 35-22 will be my final score prediction. Jack, give me your score prediction.
38-27 Michigan.
38-27. A few live Blue Wolverine 38-10. Tom Rofo 45-23. All these are Michigan 48-28. 44-28 from Cherry Mater. Blues VFZ says 38-23 Michigan. Michigan is -10. Georgia is -6.5. So, Jack, as soon as you can, let's check BetUS, our sports partner, and get those odds. Predict the score. Michigan, TCU. Wolverines will be about 9 or so, 10-point favorite. We will see here momentarily what the actual final line is as we go for a national championship, frankly, folks. I'm going to check as well, but Jack, keep rolling. See, I'm going to get the screen up there as well. Our official sportsbook partner, and go from there. All right, oh my gosh, our sportsbook partner, Jack, they're down. They are down. Yeah, everyone's trying to bet in the game. They are down. We can't even get to the lines. That's fine. So that's fine. Any update in the recruitment of Jadyn Davis? If he does not commit by this Friday, 5 days from now, I will be very surprised. What I was told is that Jadyn Davis gave every indication after his last visit a few weeks ago to Michigan. He's going to be part of the 2024 class. Just wanted to finish his high school season. As he finished it 2 weeks ago, he communicated that to Michigan. Michigan told him, hey, James, or hey, Jim Harbaugh, that I'll be part of this class. I just want to announce soon. And Jim Harbaugh, Michigan, reportedly told him that he needs to wait until after the Michigan football season so they can kind of, give him the attention that he deserves. Folks, Jadyn Davis, 2024 college football 5-star recruit, will potentially be a part of Michigan's program. And if J.J. McCarthy stays for 4 years, the 2022 season, 2023 season, 2024, that means Jadyn Davis can learn behind him for a year. If J.J. leaves after next season, I think it's going to be a pretty tough transition. Michigan might want to consider a 1-year stopgap quarterback in 2024, so Jadyn Davis doesn't have to come in the 2024 class and instantly be expected to be a starter as a true freshman. Folks, we are brought to you by the Fetch app, folks. The Michigan Football Report brought to you by Fetch, the free app that allows you to scan receipts and earn points that can be redeemed for gift cards at your favorite stores, restaurants, or online retailers. It's super easy to use. You use the app and you snap a photo of your receipts from purchases from any store, or click on the e-receipt option, and Fetch can connect to your Amazon account or your email account and give you points for all of your online orders. Let's say you use Uber, let's say you use DoorDash, anything like that, of course, and Amazon. Connect your Amazon account, connect your email, and then scan your receipts every time you come out of store. I use Fetch. I've gotten like $60 in the past 8 months or so. I scan my receipts, I connect my Amazon account, and Fetch gives me reward points. Then, after I get my reward points, as you see on the screen here, I can turn those reward points into gift cards at Starbucks, at Target, at the movie theater, at any of a number of restaurants. It's an awesome app. It's available for iPhone and Android. Chatsports.com/Fetch. That's chatsports.com/Fetch. Enter promo code CHAT for 5,000 bonus points, reward points when you sign up. That's equivalent to a $5 gift card. Chatsports.com/Fetch. You see at the bottom of the screen. Type in your phone right now. Support the show. It's a free app. We're going up against other channels here at Chat Sports to see who can drive the most downloads. So please download it for us. Use the Fetch Reward app. Get 5,000 bonus points, reward points when you scan your first receipt. Chatsports.com/Fetch. These 5,000 bonus points, which are equivalent to a $5 gift card to Amazon, to Starbucks, it's only for a limited time for our viewers. Chatsports.com/Fetch. Chatsports.com/Fetch. Type it into your iPhone or your Android right now. Get the free app. Get rewarded for all of your purchases. The free app. Scan your receipts, connect your Amazon account, connect your email address, and you will get free reward points every time you spend money. But turn those reward points into gift cards. Start, taking a girl out, taking a guy out to date this holiday season. Chatsports.com/Fetch. Go do it now. Support the show. I wouldn't tell you anything wrong. Chatsports.com/Fetch. Get the Fetch app. Blue Wolverine, how about Jim? What a hell of a year. I mean, guys, look at this for a second. I want to address this really quickly. Where is my my chat here at the Michigan Football Report? Jack, do you believe how many screens I have right now? I've got 1, 2, 3. It's like 7 screens going on right now. I'm trying to find all these different things. But this morning, there was another Jim Harbaugh BS article. And now, it turned into legit last year. So I had to eat some crow. I didn't think it was real, but Tom Pelissero was the ESPN, right? NFL Network, right? NFL Network's Tom Pelissero says Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh is once again drawing interest from NFL teams. And while Harbaugh has said the door is closed in return to the pro game, some within the league said he can still consider it for the right opportunity. From Pelissero and Ian Rappaport. Frankly, Ian Rappaport's got a terrible reputation, terrible track record when it comes to Jim Harbaugh. If you recall, he was tweeting out December 30th, 2014, Harbaugh's about to interview with the Raiders, literally while Harbaugh was on a plane to go accept the Michigan football job. So I'm not sure if Ian Rappaport from NFL Network has any source on this, but nevertheless, the Harbaugh NFL rumors, the headline, NFL teams. It's on NFL.com. Go check it out right now. Here, I'll put it in the live chat so everyone can see it here. Where's my live chat at? There's the article right there in the live chat. I'll put it in the comments in the description if you're watching later on in the week. NFL teams doing homework on Jim Harbaugh as a potential head coaching candidate. What kind of homework? Guy went to the Super Bowl. Guy went to three NFC title games, and has now had back-to-back college football playoff, back-to-back Big Ten championships. They know who Jim Harbaugh is, so there should be no question about it. It's all about whether Jim Harbaugh would want to go to the NFL. As Harbaugh is on television right now on a few networks today, I don't think he will go, but nevertheless, it's a rumor at this point. So thank you so much to Blue Wolverine for the $9.99 super chat. Do we have to put another one on, Jack, for him? So actually, I've got one there. So let's do it afterwards, Jack. As soon as we're done with this, Blue Wolverine, you will get your $9.99 super chat. All right, question from Otto Montana. No way Michigan isn't ranked number one going into next season, right? With the returning players. We put out a couple days ago, it was earlier in the week, our top 10 2023 rankings. I talked to a bunch of people in and around college football, talked to a college football college football AP voter as well, to kind of get a sense of where all these media members and AP voters would think what Michigan would have. And the consensus I got back is, look, unless Alabama or Georgia or Ohio State get some superstar quarterback in the transfer portal like a Drake May from North Carolina, that Michigan or USC with returning quarterbacks, one of the only two teams that'll probably in the top 10, but top 2 or 3 teams that have returning quarterbacks that both will be juniors next year, those are going to be the top 2 teams in the polls next year. Now, they also said it's going to depend on who does better down the stretch of the season. And this is after the Ohio State-Michigan game. So down the stretch of the season meant, well, who wins the national championship game? Who does like that? Well, turned out is we got Kirk coming in. I'm going to have to call him back in a second. Kirk Barton, Ohio State, former Ohio State offensive lineman. But Michigan and USC. USC lost, right? So I think Michigan will 100%, no matter what happens the rest of the season. I'll take this back, guy. As long as Michigan beats TCU, makes the national championship game, of course wins it, but if they don't, which they will, Michigan's going to be the number 1 team in the preseason polls to start 2023. All right, guys, how about this one? We played this game a few times on the show. Name a completely random Michigan football player. Top of my head, I've done some random ones like Doug Dutch and some other ones on the show here in the past. But let me know if you're watching this later on in the week, Tuesday, Wednesday. Comment down below a random Michigan football player just off the top of your head. Don't say Tom Brady. Don't say Charles Woodson. Don't say Braylon Edwards. Name me a completely random Michigan football player. We'll kind of give a couple shout-outs here in the live chat here in the Michigan Football Report, and then comment below. I'll respond to a few questions in the comments below. Let's see what we got. Check here. I'm gonna have a few questions. John O'Corn, Quentin Ordine. How about Scott McClintock? That's a pretty good one. Mike Gillette back in the day. Jamie Morris. All right, decent one. Got a few ones. Mike Steele. Keep it rolling here. I am going to go. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. A random Michigan football player. I'm going to go with Justice Hayes. 2011 Michigan football recruiting class. Justice Hayes flipped from Notre Dame to Michigan. Never turned out to be the top 100 4-star running back that he meant to be. I think he actually transferred out of the program before his eligibility was up. Tim Biakabatuka from Becky and Chad. Thanks so much for watching. Butch Wolfalk and his son. How about Troy Wolfalk? Elvis Gerbach, Jared Irons. Another Elvis Gerbach. Chris Perry, he was a star. Hayden Epstein, the kicker in the late 90s. Strapowski, I don't remember if that. J.U. Chesson, Chase Winovich. Not that random. Pretty popular. Should I answer that? James could be the lawyer calling back. It's not the lawyer calling back. It's my Ohio State guy, former Ohio State football player, who I FaceTimed about 20 minutes ago, but we are not prepared at the moment. Jason Avant, Antonio Bass. Antonio Bass, 2005 recruit. People said he could have been a superstar, blew up his knee in the weight room, and never was able to be a big-time contributor to this program. Same recruiting class as Mario Manningham. Josh Uche had a big sack the other night. Jason Avant, Ernest Shazer. How about Kelly Baraka from that same recruiting class as Ernest Shazer, the 2001 recruiting class that was a top 3, top 4 recruiting class in the college football playoff rankings, or college football recruiting rankings back in 01. Keep them naming college football or Michigan football random player down in the comments. Eric says, do TCU's big receivers scare you? If not, what is their biggest threat? Hashtag Michigan, of course, and it gives me a go blue. Look, they do. Jack, do we have any of the receivers? I know we talked about some stats earlier today, or their quarterback. I'm more scared of their quarterback, Max Duggan. That drive he had yesterday to get the tie, to push the game into overtime, where he had like a 20-yard run, a 26-yard run, an 18-yard run, a 40-yard run. It was one of the best drives I think I've ever seen in the history of college football. So the receivers are big. The receivers are tall. They've got a couple approaching 1,000 yards. But I am more scared of Max Duggan. He's not the most talented quarterback that Michigan's ever faced. He certainly doesn't have the most talented offensive line or surrounding cast, but 65% completion percentage. But how about those stats right there? These aren't even including rushing stats. Those are 30 passing touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Those are crazy good numbers. He is a gamer. He's a baller. And if anyone can will TCU to a victory against Michigan, I think it's Max Duggan. Hell, he's probably not going to win the Heisman. In fact, it should be Blake Corum's award after Ohio State lost their last game, Coleridge Stroud. USC lost their last game with their quarterback. TCU lost their last game. But as far as, willing your team to victory, Max Duggan might be my Heisman Trophy guy if Blake Corum is not going to win it because he really didn't play in the last 2.5 games for Michigan. All right, guys, Michigan won 43-22 over Purdue. Give me your one-word reaction to the Wolverines' victory down in the comments. Michigan is your back-to-back Big Ten champions. It feels damn good to say. I mean, look, that was over a decade where Michigan was in the college football playoff or was in the Big Ten championship game. 6 years without being in the college football playoff. Now it's happening for back-to-back years. So my one-word reaction is awesome. It feels awesome. Let me know yours. We'll start to give a few shout-outs here to people commenting here on the Michigan Football Report live chat. But go down in the comments, give me your one reaction to the Big Ten championship win, 43-22 over Purdue.